I hope everybody is safe and sound. Today we have a very special person, a close friend of mine. You might be knowing her. Let's welcome the artist of the week. We have Philu Martins. Philu, say hi to everybody.
Hi everyone.
So Philu, why did you choose fashion designing as a career? And why? But why fashion, not any other profession?
I think fashion is something very interesting, creative, non-monotonous, colorful. You have so much to do with it. Every time it's something new to create, and that's what I like. And it allows me to, bring out whatever is inside me as per my moods and whatever I feel inspired into a creation. And that creation, I can see it on the people, my wearers who buy my collection and wear it. And it's such a satisfying, it's a self-satisfying. And I think that's the reason why I love fashion and I love creating.
I have heard from other sources, I don't know where, or maybe on the page of I am following you on Instagram, and those watching around over here, please follow Philu on Instagram and Facebook. The links in the description, please do check them out. Philu, I heard that you started off with a fashion designing school. So is it true, and can you tell people if they are so interested they can get through you and talk about that?
Absolutely. Yes, I have a fashion school now. And I just discovered and realized something about myself, that I love teaching. I just love it. I have a batch of 6 right now. That's my first batch. And they are just enjoying what I'm teaching them, how I'm teaching them. I myself can't believe that I am such a good teacher. So I invite a lot of these youngsters, if you all would like to make fashion your profession, and you don't only have to become a fashion designer, you don't only have to launch your own label, which I do of course teach you, make sure that you are going to have your own collection and launch your own label. But yes, you can choose so many professions in the fashion industry by becoming a fashion stylist. You can be working for magazines, you can be working as a technician by knowing your technicalities of sewing and drafting, pattern making, tailoring, sketching, illustrator. There are an umpteen number of streams in the fashion industry you can choose from, and from there you can take off into whatever you like to do. So yes, I love teaching and I have a fashion school. So Lemon Tree School of Skills, and you're most welcome.
Philu, you just spoke about Lemon Tree. Can you tell what is Lemon Tree? Because I know what it is, but our viewers won't know, and some of the people won't know. So can you talk about Lemon Tree?
Yes, Lemon Tree is the school of skills which me and my husband have recently started, a place where a lot of youth, in fact it's not only youth, it's just about anybody and everybody who can read and write can join here. It's more like a vocational stream where we help people to achieve what they like to do, because a lot of people, lot of youth and youngsters and even young adults are confused. They don't enjoy they don't have the job satisfaction like how I had, which I have realized. And knowing that our next 40 or 50 years of our lives, we work, into 8 hours, 50 years into 8 hours comes to about several thousands and thousands of hours of our life. And if we do something that we don't enjoy doing, and we are not in the right profession, and every morning it doesn't wake you up and excite you to go, wake up and put that smile on your face and thank the Lord that you exist and you have to go ahead and do this. It's a sad thing when you don't have that kind of life that you want to live. So that's the reason why any age, anybody can come and choose a type of skill that they would like to get into. Like as I just spoke, fashion designing is one of them, and we have other vocational streams like plumbing, carpentry, motor mechanic, and so on and so forth. You can always come and check out with us. But this is for something that you would like to take up a 6 months course or so, and then you could go ahead and make that into your profession and love what you're doing.
How do you stay updated with the trends in the fashion industry?
Well, knowing today's world, it's so easy compared to about almost 20 years ago when I was studying fashion. Basically, there is so much that you can just Google and check out what are the latest trends with respect to silhouettes, and what are the latest fabrics that have come in, what are the latest prints or colors or textures. There's so much you get so easily available through the social media, what people are wearing, what are the do's and the don'ts. So with this, you gather up all the information, which is much easier nowadays, and then add it up into your inspiration when you're designing a collection, and you create something different and new for your customers. I think that's how I update myself.
Since you're into fashion designing, how would you define fashion?
Well, fashion to me is an extension of one's intellectual mind. It's the comfort level that you achieve when you wear something very stylishly, fashionably, and make it your statement. And that's very true to yourself. I think that's what is fashion to me.
I'm not much into fashion. You know that I'm a musician. I know about music and stuff. But are there any pros and cons for fashion in this segment?
First of all, let me tell you this, that you might be a musician, but I think fashion and music go together, because many times music inspires me almost every time, and there's not a single fashion show or a store without a good music. And thank you for that, and I congratulate you for being such a talented musician. Secondly, pros and cons about fashion. Like a lot of the youngsters, the youth think because of the glamour quotient attached to fashion, because of all the modeling and beautiful clothes you see on the fashion shows and ramp, they think it's all easy. But it's not as it looks. Behind the scene is like a lot of hard work, lot of persistence, lot of giving, lot of time. You need to. So basically, I wouldn't see that as a disadvantage, but this is part and parcel and a package that comes with a lot of good clothing and the designing and the clothes that you represent for your photo shoots, which you see in magazines, which you see on people. So basically, I think when you love what you do, then and for me, my profession is my passion, so you don't really feel that. But yes, a lot of people, a lot of students, a lot of interns I have seen, they have ran away because of the hard work involved.
Can you give some tips for those who want to get into this profession?
Surely.
And some advice too.
Absolutely. There are like 10,000 tips I can give, and it can never end, it's never ending. But just a few which you really need to be precise, like with when you want to get into this profession is, if you love it, if it's fun for you, if you want to do this as a passion, then yes, you must go ahead and do it. But if you're just doing it for the sake of all the glamour attached and all, and just you don't really enjoy, then I think it's a complete no-no, because there's a lot of hard work that you need to put in. And if you and any which ways, if you enjoy doing something, you definitely need to go for it and go get it. So that's one of the main important aspects of getting into fashion industry. You really don't need to know sketching, but you need to be very creative. You need to create your own stories and inspire yourself with nature or with whatever approves you, whatever makes you feel good, and then learn to put down your ideas onto your sketches or your croquis. In our fashion world, that's what we call it. So yes, and then like as every other profession demands, put in lots of efforts, hard work, and time and patience, of course.
Philu, thank you so much for your time and patience. And those around over here, please do check the descriptions. All details of Philu will be in the description. And please do support her. She's on Facebook, she's on Instagram. I don't know whether she has a YouTube channel, but I'll make sure she makes one soon. So bye Philu, and say bye to everybody.
Thank you, bye, and love you all. This is love from Goa.